All right. How are you?
I'm good.
What's
I'm
up?
good. I'm having tailbone issues.
Ah, yes, the tailbone.
Mm.
Yes. So how long's that been going on for?
So now it'll be over a year and a half.
Oh my God, that's
Yes.
insanity.
I'll give you a little background. So I went to a chiropractor in January, the end of December, year and a half ago. And he adjusted my trunk. And I really was saying to myself, yeah, that didn't feel good. And so like a week or two later, I started to feel a little uncomfort in the area, my tailbone.
Yeah.
Like I would sit down and I was like, ow. And then it just got progressively worse. And then I went to see an orthopedic, and they did x-rays, and they were like, we don't see anything. We don't see anything. And they kept trying to get me an MRI, and they kept denying me and so I kept waiting. And I finally went to um, a pain management doctor. And so I went to physical therapy. I went to see the pain management. I started taking marijuana. I
Oh,
did,
well,
uh-huh, anti-inflammatories. I did a few shots in the tail. Nothing worked. It worked for like 2 days and right back to it. And so now they wanted to put one of those transmitters on your back.
a pain,
Per-
a pain stimulator?
yeah.
The thing that
So
they put in the back, yeah.
permanent. And I was like, yeah, I don't think so. So I was sort of playing with that because this has been horrible. I sleep, I turn around, I do stuff, and it hurts. I drive my car. If I hit a bump, that shift, I'm like, this is really ridiculous, and no one can figure it out. And they want to put, and their last resort is to put a device, a permanent device on my back.
Yeah, sponsor.
So I asked, I said, can I get an epidural the last thing before I do this? Now, I've had surgery on my wrist. I had a tendon replacement, so I couldn't do anything for like 6 months until it completely healed. And then I had hand surgery because I had something growing. So there were a few times where they said, don't move, don't exercise, like just sort of sit still, don't lift. I could walk a little. So I was walking, then my knee started to hurt. I mean, it was just like everything was falling apart. And I was like, oh my God, what is going on? But I was working out. I was working out with Oliveira. We were doing, leg exercises until my surgery happened. And then it was very painful. So I slowed down. I got a little depressed, and then my butt just continued to hurt, and we haven't resolved it. And so I'm going to have an epidural on the 22nd. I could cancel it, but I'm going to have an epidural on the 22nd. And that's it. I've been walking. I said, you know what, forget it. I started trying to use the erg. I have an erg downstairs. I've been walking, doing 12,000 steps a day. I'm trying, and I'm like, the pain is still the same, regardless if I don't walk or I walk. You understand? So I'm saying I might as well, do something. So I have been trying to like do some exercise, and stretching and doing all these hip stretches that they're telling me, but I don't feel that and I feel no result. So
Because you haven't done, and not due to you, but due to the lack of understanding of anybody you've gone to, you haven't done anything to change the problem, to fix the
right,
problem.
exactly. And I just don't understand. And like I've been trying to shift my hips and do the stretching and doing all sorts of stuff. I don't know. I know I'm probably doing everything wrong,
No,
and
you're
this
just
is
not
why.
doing the thing right that you need. It's not that you're doing things wrong. You just haven't done the right thing. So
Okay.
you're acknowledging that the pain comes on primarily if you sit on your butt.
Yeah, and yes, and sometimes because I'm on my feet most of the time. So even if I'm on my feet for a long period of time, I feel like it's still then sore when I go to
But
lie
the
down.
fact is that the pain comes on when you sit on your butt
Yes, and lie down when I shift and
or lie
sleep.
on your butt.
Yeah, it hurts. Or even
So
on my side.
something's going on with compressing your butt.
Yes.
So why is everybody looking for a structure
I
when
don't know.
clearly it's a mechanical issue?
I agree.
something's wrong with compressing your butt.
I had also had a pelvic therapy, am I saying it right?
Yeah, pelvic floor therapy.
And I found absolutely no relief in it. I found it was more discomforting, and like I've never had pain before. Like it's not like it. Like my sisters and I, we're completely different body structures. I work hard on my legs. Never had back problem, and since COVID, and I wasn't working, and this whole thing, now I'm like a mess.
Yeah, just so you know, I just literally yesterday got an email from a lady in the Netherlands who was this wonderful person. Then COVID hit, she stopped moving, started getting pain. Everything is cool. It's the same story.
Yeah, it is
What's
the same story.
magic of COVID? What's the magic? Lack of activity.
A lack of activity.
And what does lack of activity affect? Your kidney, your liver, your spleen, or muscles? Probably muscles. So something's going on that relates to muscles and you sitting on your butt.
Sure.
So we have to understand that. So I explained to Oliveira that what most likely has gone on is that you probably had a natural imbalance between your quads and your hip flexors versus your hamstrings and glute max.
Sure.
And due to inactivity, strangely enough, the imbalance actually worsened. And I'll show you a picture, and then you're going to show me your body, and I guarantee you, you're the picture. So I'm going to show you a picture. Neutral posture, anterior tilt. This cannot get any more perfect. All right. Look at the first one right here. You see that tailbone?
Yes.
You see how the tailbone is stuck under?
Yes.
The tip of the tailbone is clearly, so if you sat on that, you're not going to sit on the tip of that tailbone because it's stuck under.
Right. Yeah, it's got that, right.
This is a person in an anterior tilt, excessive arching. When your quads and hip flexors shorten, they take your lumbar spine and pull it forward into your stomach, causing this rotation. That causes the front of the pelvis to go down, the back of the pelvis to rise. And look what the fuck is sitting right out now. So if you sit right on it, is your coccyx.
Right.
Can you see that? Is that
I 100% understand what you're saying.
This is hidden. This ain't hidden.
Right.
You literally have the chance to sit on that. So every time you sit, you're sitting right on that spot. So it's a postural deficit exposing the coccyx so that it's available to have pressure applied to it. End of story. Correct the postural deficit is done. Forget talking epidurals. Forget talking to asshole doctors.
Let's go.
Let's go, man. So stand up.
I am standing.
Okay. Take that off and we're going to look at your body.
Can you see me?
Nope, got to drop it down. I want to be able to see your pelvis, say your knees and your pelvis. Wow, you're ripped, man.
I'm not. I got fat. I'm 12.
Get the hell out of here. That's still pretty fucking impressive.
I'm 12 pounds over. Okay.
Wow, look at those lines, though. That's cool, man. All right. Stay to your side. Turn. Yeah, right there, right there. Don't move. Just right there. Don't move. Kind of put your hands on your chest. Cross around your chest. Yeah. Now stay just like that. Do not move. I got to send this, if you don't mind, to Oliveira, but still. Here, look. Which of those two people do you think that looks like? The first one where the coccyx is hidden, or the one where the coccyx is exposed?
Yeah, the second one. But honestly, my posture, I always had like a sway back, right? Is that considered a sway back?
It's just called increased arching, but yeah.
Okay, but is sway back and increased arching in the same? Like if someone says it, no.
Probably.
Okay.
Sway back is a term. I'm talking about anatomy.
And okay, so I always had that. I've always had that, you know, my butt was lifted and
Right.
always.
But maybe it wasn't to this degree. I don't know. I
Right.
don't know you other than today. But I'm telling you right now, that's an extreme anterior tilt. That is an extreme anterior tilt. So this is a person that looks like I said to them, stick your belly out as far as you can forward. Right?
It felt, you know, when I was standing there, it felt like I was doing that.
Yeah.
Exactly what you said.
So just so you know, this is kind of a funny-ish thing. So way back when, the very first guy I worked for was the therapist for the New York Islanders. It's very hardcore sportsy place. And there's this dude that comes in and he's like an 18-year-old black high school kid, built like a brick shit house. And he tells me, I look at his posture, he's having low back pain. He's like, you know, I feel like I put on weight. And he lifts his stomach and he's ripped. And I said, it's not fat that's your problem. You're in a severe arch, so it literally looks like you're sticking your belly out. That's not fat. That's an altered posture. And the kid didn't even realize the kid was ripped. There was no fat. It was just altered posture that makes it look like you're sticking your belly out. That's all it is.
Wow.
That's all
All
this
right.
is. This is so freaking easy. It's ridiculous. So
Oh,
let
from
me.
your mouth to God's
Everyone
ears.
says that. It's from my mouth to your body, and we're done. So
Okay.
you want to do a cool experiment? Let's do a cool
Sure.
experiment. I want you to sit on something hard, and I wanted. Would you say like for that pain to come? Does it come in like 2 or 3 minutes if you're sitting?
Right now, I could sit on something. I mean, I was actually in a lot of pain last night. I had to do a meeting and I was just dying. I had to talk to someone and I was like, oh shit. Oh,
Oh,
like
man.
right now, let's see. Even last night in sleeping. Here we go. I'm sitting on but I'm sitting on something that's not. Oh, ow! Yeah, it hurts already. It hurts.
Okay, it already hurts.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do now. You're a fit person. You're a person who believes in exercise. So I'm gonna try and beat the shit out of a couple of key muscles. We're gonna do this as hard as we can. Then I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna show you your posture was corrected, and then you're gonna sit. And if I can show you that you just sat down and you don't have that pain, you know you have control over your pain, correct?
Oh,
It's
yes.
irrefutable, right?
Yes.
All right. So what do you have available to you
Oh,
for
okay.
resistance? Show me what you got.
So-
Oh, I see you got some bands.
I got those
Okay.
hanging bands,
Mhm.
right? And then I have also, so I have these. in
Okay,
different sizes.
okay, yeah.
And then I have these,
Okay.
those
All
thigh
right.
bands.
So I'm gonna bring you over to where I'm gonna do this stuff. And primarily, we're gonna do 4 exercises. We're gonna do hamstring curl to strengthen the hamstring, that offsets the
Okay.
quad, hip extension to lengthen the glute max. Then I usually don't do this, but you're a fit person. I don't think there's gonna be any problem with this. I'm gonna teach you how to do straight leg deadlifts correctly, which
Oh,
is
yeah,
the
yeah,
most
okay.
aggressive means of strengthening the glutes and the hamstrings.
Okay.
And then we're going to just do hip abduction, which is the muscle that sits on the side of the pelvis, which gives you balance anytime you're standing on one leg. And that's just good to have. It's kind of a universal
Sure.
thing. I think it's very important that everyone has strong glute meets. We'll do those 4 exercises. I'm going to take a picture. I bet you $1 gazillion that posture has changed. And you're going to sit down and that coccyx will be hidden
Oh.
and that pain should be gone.
And then I'm gonna fly to Florida and hug you.
That's cool. That's cool. I'll go we'll celebrate with a drink. I have a guy coming over tonight. So I've only opened this place 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
I just opened a brand new facility. I haven't had a facility in a decade. I've been doing this basically by Zoom, but this friend who's kind of a business guy who is kind of guiding me. We've agreed that it kind of looks kind of strange if I've written 3 books and PDF special and all this shit, that I actually don't have a facility where people going.
Right.
So we finally opened this facility. And actually, a guy's coming over for cigars and Guinness to celebrate. So
Nice.
if you're out of
Congratulations.
pain, we'll celebrate that too.
I was waiting for you to open that school because I wanted to train with you.
Oh, really?
Do you remember I brought my mom there with Olivera?
Oh,
We
okay.
went to the hotel.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you were
yeah.
telling me at the time that you
Oh
were
my
going to
God.
school. And I was down to do it. I said to my sister, her and I were talking about it. I was like, I will train with him because
Wow.
I studied massage therapy, but I stopped working because it wasn't paying my rent. So
Right.
I did some other things that were just generating more money. But I loved your technique because I saw how you got my mom to walk normal.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I would love to train with you. And then you stopped coming to New
Yeah.
York, and
Yeah.
then
Things, life happened, unfortunately.
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I mean, maybe, we get you that because we believe that this is now the anchor that's going to cause an explosion.
Sure.
I'm starting to get more people on my views of my videos, YouTube and everything. I'm getting more and more exposure.
Action,
What we
sure.
think is that beyond this one physical location, we want to certify people to do Zoom sessions.
Amazing.
So you would become certified in the YAS method, and then you would be responsible for doing the Zoom sessions going
Which
forward.
is amazing. Yeah.
And the sessions, just as this is, are always videotaped. So I'm always having oversight. I could always work to continue to educate the practitioner to make sure they're honing in on it. And that's the intention.
That's amazing. I
So-
just spoke to my DO yesterday. I went to see her. And I talked to her about you. I said, I'm
Yeah.
going to do this because I really don't want to get all these things done to my back. I know we can fix this. So I said, I'm going to have a Zoom with Dr. Yas. And she goes, let me know. She wrote down all your information because she's interested. She was like, I believe this is the way.
Wow, that would be
go.
very cool.
Yeah. So
All right.
she's super cool. Okay.
All right, I'm going to move you over. Give me a second. I just got to get over.
And I'm going to move you over. I'm going
Okay,
to go
cool.
to the living room. So do I need to be on my back or?
No. You usually have to do this seated. So we're going to find a way to get you to do it without being in pain. So
Oh, okay. Hang on.
just hang on one sec.
Okay. So I have seated this way. Okay.
Oh, you still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so the first one we're going to try and do is hamstring curl. So we're going to see now, here's the gig for you, is that when I'm sitting, you're going to assume you're going to have pain because your coccyx is available. I'm going to have you sit all the way in the front of the chair,
Okay.
leaning back as you're going to do the exercise. And just by having you in the front of the chair, we should have turned your pelvis under enough so that your
Okay.
coccyx isn't exposed.
All right. I'm going to
So
try
that's how
two
you're going to
different
do it in the
chairs.
chair. So what I did was, I'm going to take a band.
Yeah.
I made a knot at the end. I'm going to put the knot through a door at knee height while I'm sitting. And now I have a loop coming out of the band, out of the door.
Okay. And hold on.
I'm going to put my foot in.
Yes.
And so right now, the weight of my leg is being supported by the band. I'm going to point my toes up. I'm going to make sure I put my hand on my thigh so it doesn't rise. I'm going to drive my heel back until I reach 90 degrees and then come back. I'm not coming behind 90 degrees. It's just 90 degrees.
90.
Stay here. As soon as I reach my end point, I come back out. Reach the end point, come back. And I'm driving my heel back, and I should feel that right in the middle of my thigh.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Wait a minute. Yikes. It's just come flying out. I'm scared this is gonna fly out. Okay, hold on. Okay. Oh, now it's too short. Sorry. Can I use this one because I have more length?
You can use it
Because
if,
I need, let me see if it,
as long as you can get it in the doors and secure it.
yes, that's what it is. That it's more secure for me this way. Because I can close it. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Bring it down. Can you see me? Nope.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so it goes in. I'm leaning back.
Yeah, lean back as much as you can. Point your toes up. So you want to drive that heel back. That's the feel. Drive the heel. There you go. 2. And that foot should be hovering just over the floor. Barely off the floor as you're doing it. That means that that knee doesn't rise. There you go. That's it. That looks good. 5,
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
6, 7, 8, 9. And that's 10 and rest. So now take your foot out, relax a second, and I'm going to ask you, how hard was that resistance and exertion? 0 to 10. 10 feels like you're going to tear a muscle. 0 is nothing. 8 is like, could you do an 11th to 12th? Yes, it would be hard. 5 is like, could you have done 15 or 16?
I think 5.
Okay, so that tells you you're not using enough resistance. So we're going to move you about 2 inches away from the door.
Okay.
Now, how was that in terms of your butt? Did it bother you at all, or you were okay?
I was okay. I still felt pain, but it still is. My butt is actually sore even standing up right now.
Yeah.
So, but
doing it didn't increase the pain.
no,
Okay.
not leaning back like that.
Okay, good. All right, take a rest.
Okay.
So we're going to wait about a minute.
Okay.
We're going to try to get you to an exertion level of 8.
Oh, an exertion.
And I mean, like if I say you're going to do 10, could you do an 11 or 12? I mean, like there isn't a chance in hell you could have done more than 11 to 12. You're a very fit person. You just have an imbalance. So I want to beat the shit out of you. I want to make this change like right now. We're going to correct this issue right now.
Fair enough.
You know, I have to be very tentative usually because an average person has never exercised. I have to make sure they understand these techniques. But I just feel like you're going to do this quite properly and we're going to have no issues with that. So I want to prove to you I can make this go away in one shot.
Okay, fair enough. Here, you know what? I'm going to drop this a little lower. Okay. Okay, it's closed. Locked it. Okay.
All right, here we go. Same leg. We can go all the way back. Put your hands, yeah, that's it. If the hands are behind you, it'll be a little bit. That's it, good.
Okay.
There you go. Good. 1, 2. Make sure that knee's not rising. Foot is just above the floor. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Have to keep that knee down. 9. One more. 10. Rest. What do you think it was?
I gotta say, I felt it more on my quads than my hands.
Right, and that's because that knee is rising. So
It's rising.
I want you to find a pillow. You don't happen to have like a bar stooly kind of chair or anything of that
I'm
nature?
on a bar. You're sitting on a bar stool here.
Oh, good. That's what we need. So what's happening is that chair is a little too low and your knee is above your hip. We'd rather you have your hip higher than your knee.
Okay, so here, you see this? Bar stool.
Ah, better. Much better. Much
Okay.
better. That's going to work out even better. So
Okay.
get that back.
Let's see.
Oh, it swivels. Ooh, how good are you going to be at stabilizing? Oh, boy. Can that be lowered? That's
wait,
automatic, isn't it?
No, I have, let me see. Can it be lowered? Yeah, probably. Do I know how?
So if you could lower it to where you could sit on it and the other foot that's now being worked can sit on the floor. That's the key. You still need.
I see. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time. We're gonna get it.
I'm trying. There we go. That's a little taller.
Let's see.
Let's see. Oh,
That
feel
might be
like-
better.
Yeah, I feel like when I do this,
Yeah.
I'm feeling my hamstrings. I can lean back here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that might work better.
Okay. Can you see? Can you
I
see
just got to
my-
drop it down a little bit more. There you go.
Okay.
All right. So let's try another set now.
Okay.
I mean, when you're working, you should be able to feel that hamstring blasting. Get back further. Yep. Lean back. There you go. Three. Yeah. Now your knee's not coming up. That looks better. 4. Keep those toes pointed up. Drive the heel back. That's the gig. Drive that heel back. 5. This is looking good. One more. That's 10. Rest. How do you think that was?
I still am like at 5.
Okay, so you have a thicker band than that one, right?
I
You had
do.
a red one like that, didn't you?
Yes.
And that's
Hmm.
thicker than the yellow.
Yeah,
I
that one's
assume.
gonna probably kill me. I'm gonna probably be crying in a minute.
Okay, we're gonna try that one.
Okay. I'm gonna cry with this one. Okay.
Okay, take a rest a sec, then we'll try it.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to get this up to an 8. And once we find the 8 on that side, we should have roughly the same location for the other side.
Okay.
We're gonna do the hamstring
Okay.
curl on both sides, then we'll get the hip extension.
Okay.
Now, those are gonna be too long for us to do the hip extension, so more than likely those loops that you have will work for that.
Oh, okay. So I have another question because
Yeah.
I have a gym membership.
Yeah,
Should I do these should I go to a gym and use machines, or this is
whatever you want. Do you feel that, is that something you'd like to do?
well, I haven't
Well,
done
this
because-
place is a glorified gym. After we're done, I'll run, this is being videotaped, so I could run through each exercise in a gym format, and then, you can make a decision.
Okay, because I have a semi gym downstairs with an erg, and I think my goal is to be able to erg.
Mhm.
I like the feeling of everything. I feel like when I erg, I hit a lot. I hit
And what
my-
is erg? I've
the
never.
rowing?
Oh. So just so you understand, that's a group muscle activity, which by definition means if there's a weakened muscle, you cannot isolate that muscle, and more than likely you're compensating to do it, thereby leading other muscles to strain, which sustains the problem. So activities don't fix muscular problems. Isolated strength training fixes muscular problems, which allows you to perform group muscle activities asymptomatically.
Ah,
So anyone who thinks Pilates is going to fix them, yoga is going to fix them, aqua therapy is going to fix them, treadmills are going to fix them, you are completely mistaken. You have to do this thing that I know.
this first,
what I-
and then once you're in good shape, then you could go ahead and move.
Then you do all the stuff you want, and you don't have to hesitate because all your muscles are strong, and you're never going to strain yourself. And then you love what you do.
I like that.
So I kind of see what I do is the foundation by which everything else comes from. That's what everyone has to understand. This thing is the basis. Everything else sits on top of it.
Got it. Okay, that makes
All right.
sense. Makes
Come
a lot
on,
of
crush
sense.
this now.
Okay, ready?
You're mad. Drive that heel back. 1,
Oh, yeah, now I'm feeling it.
2, 3, 4, 5. Now you're working. This looks good. 6, 7. Oh my God, you got the whole thing happening here. 8, 2 more. 9, 10. That probably was an exertion level of
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
That time you felt it in the hamstring, right?
Yes, correct.
All right, take a rest. Relax a sec. Get some water or something. We're going to do another set on that side.
Okay, I think it feels good.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, I gained 12, I'm over 12 pounds.
That's shocking. That's shocking because you look pretty ripped.
Yeah, no, this is there's a lot of fat here.
That's unbelievable. That's crazy, man. I'm working with a girl right now who actually competes in CrossFit. She's built like a freaking, like a ship, man. It's amazing, amazing. I cannot believe how muscular she is, ripped she is. It's unbelievable. I mean, you got to dedicate your life. So I put 60 pounds of muscle on, but I hate to tell you, I eat M&Ms, chocolate, McDonald's. I don't give a shit. I'm less worried about my appearance as opposed to I just want to lift shitloads of weight. My love is lifting shitloads of weight.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd like to be as roughly as good as I can be, but I'm not getting crazy. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I think my goal is once I feel better, I do want to do like strength training because, I'm only getting older and I want to get stronger and flexible. So the thing is, I want to do strength training, but I really want, because I'm super tight. I mean, I'm not flexible. I can't, I can't even, yeah.
Right.
And so I want to get flexible, but I want to get super duper strong because
I love it, man. I love hearing anybody talk like that. That isn't just about your musculoskeletal system. So I always go through this theory. If I said to somebody, what's the primary system of the body? Everyone will say, well, it's the cardiovascular system because it gets blood around, or the neurological. No, it's the musculoskeletal system. When you were a caveman and you had a saber-toothed tiger chasing you, do you think that you were saying to yourself, thank God my heart's in good shape, or my kidney function is going to save my life? You said, my fucking leg muscles better be strong so I can outrun that thing.
So I can outrun.
Or if I had to kill for my food and chase an animal, I better have been strong. Or if I had to build a shelter because winter was coming, I had better be strong. So the reality is, because you happen to live in a gravitational environment, the most important muscle that keeps you, most important tissue that keeps you alive is your muscle. All the other systems supplement muscle. All tissue requires glucose and oxygen to keep it alive. That's why you have a cardiovascular system. That's why you have a pulmonary system. That's why you have a gastrointestinal system. That's why you have
to help the muscles.
It's to supplement that. And what you notice, if you know anything about what happens to somebody, let's say when they have pneumonia and they end up being bedridden for 6 weeks, their musculoskeletal system collapses, so does every other part of their body. Yeah. And if I wanted to strengthen my cardiovascular system, which these assholes always promote, do I take my heart out of my body and say, okay, go, do something, make yourself strong? Or do I do something physical that challenges the muscles, which then requires me to get more oxygen to it and to get more glucose to it, therefore requiring increased circulation, which then causes my cardiovascular system to work?
Right.
That's the way this works. So if you want to live a long, healthy life, keep that goddamn musculoskeletal system as strong as you can.
Right.
You just have to look at Jack LaLanne.
Oh, I worked, that was my first One of my first real jobs was Jack Lane. I was an aerobics instructor.
Wow, that's amazing.
And I actually met him because he came for the opening.
That's extremely cool.
I was so excited. I didn't realize how short.
Yeah.
But the fact that he was like so like ripped and
the guy invented half the pieces of equipment that are used. The guy created weightlifting.
Yeah. He's amazing. He was amazing.
The guy made the leg press, lat pull down, bench press. He created those.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
He was a very cool guy. But you know what I thought was so fascinating? He in the 40s and 50s had realized that weightlifting was never going to be a part of the American psyche. So he couldn't promote that. And that's why on his show, in my belief, and I would have loved to ask him, that's why he went with just trying to promote calisthenics. Because he knew nobody was going to, he had barely just made this shit. I don't even think it could have been manufactured at the time. I mean, I think there was only dumbbells, basically, you know?
Right.
So I think he was smart enough to realize that something is better than nothing when it comes to fitness. And if I could just get people to move around, I think that was better. And so I think that's why he created his show that way.
I think it's smart. I mean, I feel like when I work with my mother, I try to like keep her moving in whichever way. She's only 90. Yeah. So she has her little bands. And she does
there you go.
Little things. But, you know, she's really suffering with a lot of arthritis. But otherwise, everything else is doing well. And she's trying. She's trying.
Just one key point to make. Arthritis comes as it's a mechanical wearing down of the joint surfaces of the body because there's misalignment of the joint surfaces and they rub in a way that they shouldn't. Well, what caused the misalignment of the joint surface? It's weakness or imbalance. So arthritis is the byproduct of weakness or imbalance. You want to stop arthritis? Get strong and balanced.
That's right, because I was telling her my hands were hurting, you know, because they were not moving for a long time. And recently I've been back to work. I've been massaging a little bit more and my hands are so much better.
There you go.
And she kept saying, oh, you won't be able to work. I go, Mom, I will continue to work and make them strong again and it'll go away. And if it still hurts a little bit, so what? I'll just continue to make them stronger. But she has that, you know, old
style mindset. But you don't, and so you could benefit. So all you need to do for your hands is strengthen the extensors. What's happening is your flexors are too strong and they're shortening and they pass. When they shorten, they pass. The tendon, the muscle starts at the elbow and attaches here.
Right.
So if that were to shorten, it pulls the joints together and you feel like you've lost motion. So you see what you're doing? You're stretching it. Well, stretching doesn't stop the force deficit. You need to strengthen your wrist extensor.
Right. Like those.
Use a dumbbell. You just put a dumbbell in your hands here, and you just come up.
Okay.
Beat the shit out of the wrist extensors. You'll never have a problem with your hands again.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. Let's kick the crap out of this one then.
This is the next leg.
Yeah, no. One more set on that side.
Oh, okay.
With that same location, we're going to try to get another exertion level of 8.
Okay.
Toes up, drive that heel back. This is great. Keep working hard. 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9. That's 10.
Yeah.
Great job. Take a rest.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Now I feel some burn.
Yeah. Take a rest. Relax 1 sec. Take a rest, then we're gonna do you. So how did your butt feel as you were doing that? No increased pain, right?
No.
Beautiful. Okay, good.
None. I was surprised. I was, I'm leaning back.
Yeah, you have to understand, this is what you're doing is gonna suck the head of that coccyx under. So which you make, as you're doing this more and more, you're basically preventing the coccyx from being exposed.
Oh, you don't even know. I'm telling you, I'll fly to Florida.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I'd love it beyond just getting rid of your pain. I'd love to spend a few days with you to beat the shit out of you from head to toe.
So my sister wants to go to, she's gonna go see you, right? And she said, I said, hey, I might jump on that wagon.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for her to tell me. Well, she was sick. She had a booster, so she got sick yesterday, the day before, so she wasn't feeling too hot. I'm gonna call her later and talk to her. I might go to Florida with her.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, first off, just so you know, so are you familiar with Jacksonville area?
I went to the Ritz-Carlton there once.
There's great beaches and stuff like that. You're also 20 minutes to a half hour away from St. Augustine, the oldest city in the United States, which is a blast to see. There's just a lot of great shit, museums and stuff. There's
right.
parks. It's just a wonderful place to be here. Thousands of different cool types of international style restaurants. I'm right up the block from a road called Bay Meadows, and there's a very heavy Indian culture. You got multiple tremendous Indian restaurants here.
Oh, wow.
There's just great stuff here. It's a great location.
Yeah, I think what she was looking for was some bed and breakfast because she doesn't really want to rent a car. So she wants to do a bed and breakfast close enough to you. So I'm gonna call her later to see what she's
that's
got.
cool.
I'll do some research myself. And,
it's great. It's a great place. I'm happy that I'm where I am. I love this location. It's worked out really well. And the place is awesome. It's 1,600 square feet. So if you and her come, you have to understand there's 3 of us in a 1,600 square feet, heavily equipment-based gym. I mean, it's just awesome. It's very comfortable in here. I love what I created here. It's really great. Pick your music, whatever music you want, I'll play that. It's just a cool place.
Right, I'm excited. Now I'm gonna.
And then we videotape it. We videotape the session. That's what I told her. So you have that going back to make sure you know how to do everything.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things. Like, I used to train. I used to try to, work out, and I learned a little bit about personal training, a little bit. And so I did it for a little while along with aerobics. But, I know I probably was doing a lot of things structurally wrong because nobody ever corrects you. I was correcting people, like when they were doing, I would say, okay, whatever. But I feel like I've probably done a lot of movements wrong. Yeah. And, hence here I am.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get you straightened out. You don't have to worry.
All right.
All right, let's try that left leg now.
Okay.
Same thing. Atta girl, yep. This is good. I could see you working hard.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9. All right, girl. One more. 10. Nice work.
Thank you. Feels good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That feels good.
I love a person that's not hesitant to work. See, a lot of people, they don't know what it is to work. They've never done it. So they get a little bit of exertion. They're like, oh my God, that feels like I'm killing myself. Yeah. And it could potentially limit how quickly they could get better. I could tell you're shaking a little bit there. No, you're definitely doing the right thing.
Yeah, my leg is like, yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I'm so out of shape. Oh my God.
And by the way, so when it comes to, whatever fat and stuff like that people talk about, muscle is living tissue, right? So it requires more glucose and oxygen to get it there. to keep it alive because there's more of you to keep alive. So as a result, by having more muscle mass, you increase your resting metabolic rate. That's the amount of calories that you burn at rest.
Right.
So what happens is once you make muscle mass 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you're burning more fat. That's how you lose fat very quick.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Right. It'll happen.
Yeah, I'm waiting to get there. So
yeah, this is the direction, what we're going to do. And then when we get a chance to combine some upper body stuff, you'll have total control. You'll be in great shape.
Okay. You tell me when to grab it.
What kind of music do you like?
I like Spanish music.
Oh, wow.
I do. I like Spanish music, but I like a lot of different music. I'm not I'm easy, honestly.
Do you like any so glam rock was 1980s and it was bands like Poison and Rad and
I remember
Motley Crue.
I know you were listening to that because you told me before when we were at the hotel that's what you listened to. You like
it's on right now.
It's so funny, yeah.
It's so good. It's great background music.
As long as there's something, I don't mind. I don't like polka music or
yeah.
music. Yeah, no, but
I mean, I like Spanish music too. I agree with you.
I'm not sure I can work out. You know what? When I power walk, I'll listen to it just because I have like a rhythm and
right.
I picture myself dancing, so I'm like, yay, keep going. Yeah.
There you go. When I work out, it has to be very, very angry because I have to incite rage. So I listen to the darkest of stuff, Linkin Park and a band called Tool and Limp Bizkit and Rage Against the Machine. Very, very, very violent.
Oh yeah, no, not
What
me.
it does is incites a rage so I can go heavy.
Got it.
But I've been lifting for 36 years. I've never plateaued. I keep getting stronger.
Wow.
I put 60 pounds on. I went from 160 pounds to 220 pounds.
Wow.
I'm 6 foot, 220 pounds with a 34-inch waist.
That's amazing.
That doesn't make sense. I'm a 48.
It doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't make sense because you have men who are 170 pounds with, like a 40-inch waist, and you're like, how does that work? Wait, my sister's son.
Yeah, take the call. Okay.
No, I'm gonna just tell her with you. I'm with you. With Dr. Yes. Okay. That's it. I'm done with her.
All right, next set. Let's crush it.
Okay.
Get those toes up. Drive the heel. That's it. Keep that foot just over the floor. That's it. One more.
Hello.
Hey. Good job.
Woo, hey, hello.
Doing great.
Thank you. I'm actually sweating.
There you go. Take a rest.
I never sweat. So yeah, I'm realizing these straps.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's this particular brand, Lululemon. She makes it so tight that it's pressing down on my traps, and then like my neck starts to hurt.
Yeah. So you want to change it?
No, I'm just realizing it now. So I'm like, yeah, maybe this is not going to be a good.
Yeah, why don't you change it? Just get a different top so it doesn't bother
Get a
you.
different top. My neck is hurting.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah. See you on the other side.
Hey,
Better?
yes, much
Good.
better.
You don't want to have anything impeding your focus. All right, you ready? Bless this
Yeah.
last set.
Okay,
Then we're gonna go on to hip extension.
okay, ready? Toes up.
1, 2. That's 10.
Ugh.
Good job, man.
Woo! Yahoo!
All right.
All right.
I'm
Okay.
going to show you the next exercise. We're probably going to need that, like I said, that other type of loop.
What do I need?
You're probably going to need that loop because it's going to be close to the door. So, like, even for me, I'd have to make my loop smaller. So, I'm going to have to make this much smaller.
Okay.
You're going to probably use one of those loop things. So, you see how small, like I made the loop now? It's pretty small.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to now put this through the door at knee height.
At knee height. Okay. So. Jesus. Oh my God, I just went in the toilet. Really? Ah. Okay, knee height.
Let me show you how to do it.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm
Okay.
gonna stand. I'm gonna stick my butt back, and as that happens, my knees bend and I fall. I come forward. My shoulders drop, and I'm gonna be
Okay.
holding on to a door and a frame. My leg I'm standing on, my knee is over my ankle. I just put my foot up. My lower leg is parallel to the ground. My toes pointed forward. My
Okay.
knee is facing the door, the wall. I'm just kicking behind me until my knee passes the floor. So it's only about 40
Oh, it's not so bad.
degree
Okay.
motion.
Okay.
And you notice nothing's moving on my body. I'm not swaying with
Right,
it.
you're not swaying. Right.
The only thing that's moving is that hip.
Okay.
So that's going to work your butt.
Woo.
Yeah, this is the best, most effective single exercise to get your butt for all women.
All right. So,
It's followed by straight leg deadlifts.
okay. So ready? Here's my, can you see me this way?
Yeah, that should be okay. Yeah, that should still work perfect.
Okay. So.
So
Right?
bend your knees, stick your butt. That's it. There you go. That's it. More. 9. That's 10. Rest. So how does that, tell me how that feels?
So I feel it, but I'm not like dying.
Right,
I'm feeling it now on the other leg more.
right, because you're not used to doing this and you're single leg weight bearing. So you need to be, as you're standing, try to really hold with your hands. Make yourself being somewhat supported with your hands on the door and the frame. So you're not
Okay.
just 100% supporting yourself on the leg.
Got it.
You need your hands to help. Is it possible for you to stick a second band, like put 2 bands together?
Yeah, I'll do that. Wait a second.
Oh, what are you using there? You're using that? I thought you were gonna, don't you have that thick, small loop?
Oh, yeah.
That
Those
I
are
think is your
heavy.
better chance.
Okay, but then I can't tie a knot. That's the only thing.
Yeah, but do you think that if you close the door on it, it'll still
Yeah,
stay?
I have a little thing on it. That's
Oh, it
fine.
has, oh, yeah. If you could pull that off, that's gonna give you mega resistance.
Where's my knee? Okay. Mm.
Oh, shit, that's gonna be good.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that actually feels better.
Just above the knee, there you go.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be intense. So
Oh, look,
stick
I
your
have,
butt
I
back.
have 2 door frames to hold on to.
Yeah. There you go. And
Yeah.
feel like you're weight bearing on your heel. Yep. You could drop your shoulders more, bend forward more if you want. Okay, good. Now, there's someone right behind you, and they're gonna try to grab your ass. You don't want them to do that, so you're gonna kick them with your heel. That's what you're thinking about. You're kicking someone directly behind you. That's it. That's it. Come on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. How do you like that resistance band style?
I like it. I'm feeling it. Honestly, I'm both. Yeah, I'm feeling it like here,
Yeah.
this side.
Yeah,
I'm
so let me show
feeling
you
it.
something. So it looks to me like what's happening is that as you're doing it,
Uh-huh.
so I want you down this low.
Okay.
You're much higher up.
Oh, I'm higher. Okay.
And as a result of that, which way do you think the band's trying to pull you? It's trying to pull you towards the door, right? So if you put your body in line with that, now your posture is in the way. If you're standing up tall, your stomach, your low back muscles, your quad, that's all fighting the desire of, as you're pulling the band back, it trying to pull you forward.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna just see if that feels. I like to. Okay.
Most people understand how low you want to get. You want to be really low. You're trying to put your body in line with this thing.
Okay. Is that low enough?
That's good, yeah.
Okay.
Stay low. That's it. The more stable you are, the stronger you are. Good. 7, 8. 2 more. 9. 10. Good job.
Ouch.
That's a shitload of resistance, man.
Huh?
I've never had anyone use one of those bands before.
Yeah, and I have I'll do the stronger ones when I get better. These are.
Yeah, this is good shit, man. This is perfect for this one exercise.
Woo-hoo. Hey, I feel like I'm getting a shape. No.
So I'm telling you right now, without any question, you're standing more upright now. You've taken a huge amount of the arch out of your back already.
Wow.
It's already, you can see it. We're only like halfway through right now. Take a rest, and then we're gonna do your left leg.
Okay. Wow.
That was 3 sets on the right.
Yes.
Take a rest. So right now, if you would have bent forward, your back should feel much looser.
Yeah, you know, interesting. When, you know, when this starts to hurt, my lower back for the first time in my life was bothering me.
Yeah,
This whole area was like sore.
right.
So I'm not sure if that was like referred pain or I don't know what, but now it's, you know, it's more like a stretch, not a pain.
Yeah. That's what we want.
Yeah, it feels like, yeah, I feel like, and even when I push my butt out, I'm
Yeah.
not feeling that real lot of pain over here.
Yeah. There you go.
Which is what I was having before. And I was
Right.
like,
Yeah, no, this is it. This is gonna be great. This is really good. All right, let's kick the crap out of that left leg now.
oh. Okay. All right. Close.
Low. That's a girl. That's a girl. Now you look like it.
Check.
1. Yeah. 2. That's it. 3. 4. 5.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling it.
6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Good job. That's a solid set.
Yeah, it felt really good.
That looked awesome.
It felt really good. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, this is great, man. Awesome.
I really do want to go to your school.
Yeah, well, if you know, we're gonna see what happens now. If things start blowing up, which it feels like it's about to, I need to start getting people into the position to start certifying them. So basically what we did was we broke the body up into 7 locations, regions, and I'm making certifications for each one of those regions. And I've completed the knee. I would just have to do the other 6, and then you become certified. And what the idea is, it's 3 tiers. The first tier, you're certified in 1 region. The second tier, you're certified in 3 regions. The third tier, you're certified in all regions.
So I'm going to show you something really quick. Look what I have.
Ah, oh my God, that's funny. There you go.
Yeah. So I every so often put it on and I watch, you know, you were doing the knee. It was interesting because then I go to my mom and I try to work with her, you know, and shoulder
That's
pain.
great.
I thought it was great. I think it's great. So yeah, thank you.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Atta girl, there you go. Nice and low. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. It's all hip extension, none back. This looks awesome. One more. There you go. Okay, good. Solid work, man. Excellent.
Thank you. So yeah, I listen to your DVDs. So what I try to do when it rains out, I have projects in my home since I wasn't working, and then I would I'd watch you. I'd watch at least 2.
Wow,
And
that's
then
awesome.
Yeah, I think it's great, but I don't feel heal myself. I need the more personal. I need
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. That's okay. That's cool. I mean, I think a lot of people are like that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I I don't either. I think it works better when you have the encouragement than try to do it on your own, because then you're like, am I doing this right? And then in your mind, you're doing it right and you're hurting yourself.
Yeah,
So-
I've as time has gone on, I've recognized the relationship of physical, emotional, and spiritual also, and recognize that for some people, they might need spiritual and emotional encouragement as well as the physical. And I never really thought about it in my early years, but now
Right.
I don't disagree with it, and I listen. And if there's a person that, so for instance, there's a guy I just started with now. He told me that he's on a fentanyl patch, which is basically heroin that's being put into his body transdermally. But he's also been seeing a psychiatrist for suicidal thoughts. You know, we got to talk about that shit. He's got to understand that I understand the connection of all of it, and that first we're going to work on resolving the pain, which is going to help his brain not feel like it requires something to address it.
Right.
But then we're going to talk about how to improve his self-love and self-worth, and recognize that other aspects of life can fill the gap that the drugs are giving him. And I think that's all part of the treatment.
And I agree with you 100%, because it's all combined. There's a reason why people get heavy. It's all, you know, it's self-love. It's just so many different things. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Okay. Am I ready to go?
Yeah, let's go. Last set of this. Good job, man. Really good stuff.
Thank you.
Walk around, see how you feel. You should feel like there's less pressure on your lower back.
I actually do. I feel like it's not so tight.
Yeah.
Hang on. Oh my God. I just bent over and I don't feel
That pressure.
it. Yeah. Wow. Yay.
So imagine that this is the lumbar spine and this is your pelvis. So this is kind of what you ended up with. Wait. So let me see. This is normal. You ended up like this.
Yeah.
This is your coccyx. So what's happening is we're doing this from here to here. So this isn't as arched. That's why you don't feel the pressure when you come forward.
Does it look as arched?
Turn to your other side so I can see it. There you go. Yeah, no, see, I don't think it's going to be as arched. No, definitely. So if you look right now, your stomach doesn't look like it's pointing out at all.
You know, it doesn't feel like it's pointing out as much.
Right. It's a big difference. We'll be able to show it. All right.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it looks much better.
I always thought like I'm putting on
That's what
dresses.
everybody does. Yeah.
That's so
All right,
funny.
I'm going to show you straight leg deadlifts. This is the most aggressive thing. And I think you have that longer loop.
Yeah. Which I used to do the deadlifts with these.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
Do you do them around the shoulder like this?
I think you can. I think that'll be. We'll figure it out. Let me just show you how to do it, the technique.
Okay.
And then we'll figure out how to use that band. So I'm going to show you both ways, in front and to the side. So to do this, well, I'm going to use this kind of band.
Okay.
Okay. So my feet are more than shoulder width apart. My toes are pointed out. My knees are unlocked. I take my hands. I just run them down my legs, and I'm looking forward the whole time. I go down till I feel a pull in the back of my thigh, and then I stand up.
Oh.
So all the motion's occurring at the hips. Nothing's occurring at my knees. I'm not bending my knees at all. They're unlocked. The knee position never changes.
And you're not even dropping so low.
So watch.
Okay.
Coming down, coming down, coming down till I feel a pull in the back of my thigh. Stand up.
Okay.
Come down. My butt's going back. The weight's on my heels. I come up. And I'm always looking forward to keep my back straight.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Let's see.
All right, now we're going to see how you do that.
Let's see if you can see me. Huh. Let's see how you can see me. Oh, I'll bring you up higher.
Yeah, maybe.
Can. Huh. Okay, let's see.
That should be pretty good.
Yeah, so. Okay, this is with.
So bend your knees, squat down, and grab the band lower down. Now stand up. Now you have a lot of resistance in your hands. Spread your feet more than shoulder width apart. They got to be out, and your toes are pointed out. Okay, good.
My toes pointed out?
Slightly out,
Okay, slightly
not
out.
straightforward. Okay.
Okay.
So now bend down, grab more resistance. Get a lot of resistance at the top. Now stand up. There you go. Okay. Look forward, look forward, look forward. That's it. Do you feel a pull in the back of the thigh? Then you come up. That's a girl. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look forward. All from the hip. It looks perfect. You're pushing through your heel to stand up. Eight. Two more. 9. One more. That's 10. Awesome. How'd that feel?
Feels good. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. You're feeling right in the right spot.
Yeah. Yay.
So what that would do is if you were just standing right now, it should almost make you feel like you're falling off the back of your heel when you're standing.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
Can I just double this down?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. That'll even increase your resistance even more. Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
take a rest a sec.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
give a rest. But yeah, that's a great idea. That's actually going to get you more resistance.
Yay.
That's perfect.
All right, I'll drink my water.
So after this, I just got to show you one more exercise for your hips, and then we're just going to take a picture. And then
Okay.
you're going to sit. And I think
Okay.
you're going to be stunned at how much better you feel.
I can't wait to sit
Yeah.
down. and
I'm
get
telling you
started.
now, the posture has changed substantially already. Yeah, you look much better now.
I don't feel like I'm doing this.
That's right.
That's so weird.
So what's happening is if this is the top of the butt, because the hamstrings attached from the bottom, it's pulling it down. It's pulling your butt down. And so if that happens, if it's an excessive arch, you're opening the arch by the butt dropping down. That's why it feels so much better. And it looks so much better.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great. This is great.
So you just tell me when I go.
All right, yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
Come on, kick the crap out of it. It's going to be a little harder because you are using double the resistance, but you're going to fight this off.
Scare me.
Make sure those feet are spread more than shoulder width apart, right? Toes pointed out.
Okay.
There you go. Knees are unlocked. Now just move from the hip. Atta girl. This looks great. You look awesome. At 7. 8. 9, 10. Rest. How'd that feel?
Feels good. It feels really good.
So you should feel when you're standing, like now you feel a lot of weight in your heels, not so much on the balls of your feet.
Yeah. And you know, interesting, I just had toe surgery because my arches started to collapse and my toes started to shift and I couldn't fit into my shoes. So I just had toe surgery. I'm not kidding. Both of them, they removed. Yeah, well, they're standing up straight. I can fit into shoes. I'm excited. And I got orthotics. I got actual, like, put my feet in that weirdo sand thing and I got orthotics. And it feels great. But I'm sure now that everything is lifted and pushed and, you know.
So let me ask you this. If you use an external appliance to support your arch, is that going to induce your muscles that support the arch to work harder or less hard?
It's less hard. So I'm doing it in injustice, but I think what I was doing was just trying to get my body used to having an arch so that I could start. Sorry. So I could. My daughter and I were discussing this. It's like I don't want to wear something forever. And so I was just like sort of like desperate for a moment, but after I did it, we were like, that's not a good idea. I did.
So you acknowledge that there are muscles that support the arch, the anterior and posterior tibialis muscles.
Yes.
So if you were to strengthen them, you'll sustain your arch and you don't need an orthotic.
So if she has, so my daughter, because my daughter also had like sesamoid, they're saying sesamoiditis because the bone.
So you must understand. Let me just explain this concept. When you enter the medical system, let's say one day you said, I feel like I want to try crack. I just decided today I want to try crack. So I want to speak to somebody about whether I should do this or not. So if you went to a crack dealer and said, if you think I should try crack, he's not going to say, well, morally, that's probably not a good deal. Maybe you should think about it. Maybe there's issues. He's going to say you should try crack. Conversely, if you went to a religious leader, they might say, well, it's probably not the best idea. Maybe it's a representation of some personal issues. Maybe you should go for counseling. So the type of treatment you get is going to be based on the individual you go to. If you go to a schmuck that only knows surgery, you can't be confused by the fact that they recommend surgery. And everybody is amazed by that. They're confused. I think I have pain. I went to a surgeon and he recommended hip replacement. I don't understand why. Because that's all he knows. I don't understand your confusion. He's only going to tell you what he knows.
That's
so any schmuck that says sesamoiditis, that's just a dumb statement to make because I don't even know what that means. If you're saying that a bone is to elicit pain, what would cause a bone to elicit pain? There's only one thing. That's fracturing. Bones only elicit pain when they fracture. So you can't say that there's inflammation of the bone. That doesn't mean anything. It's a foolish statement. So that's the problem with the schmucks that people go to.
Right, she ended up going to someone else for because we're getting an MRI. I'm like, you need an MRI to at least know if you have a fracture.
Right, but let me explain this concept. I'm going to guess that your daughter's pain is primarily when she wayfares, but if she gets off the foot, it's probably not so much pain.
No, it's actually hurting her now because she rock climbs, she runs, she rock climbs, and she hasn't done anything for like 6 months. And the pain is still there.
No, I understand that, but is the pain exactly the same intensity 24 hours a day? It never changes?
She said, no, I think it sort of calms down when she's lying down for a while, but even when she's lying down, she says, I'm still feeling pain.
I understand that. But if she lies down, think of this. A fracture is a break of the bone. Isn't that break of the bone always there 24 hours a day?
Yeah.
So wouldn't you expect from a structural variation, continuous pain at roughly
Sure.
the same intensity?
Yes.
So when you weight bear, so you have to understand, you unfortunately, you got a bunionectomy is what you're telling me you got? You got a bunionectomy. Now, that is because they're trying to tell you that the bunion is the tissue in distress eliciting your pain. That's what they're telling you. The bunion is just hypertrophic bone growth. That's what a bunion is.
Right.
But the person who has the bunion will tell me, if I waper on that area, I go through the roof. But as soon as I get off my foot, it doesn't hurt, right? If it was the bunion, the actual bone, then by definition, you should have pain 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because it is hypertrophic bone. And
That
it's
makes
not.
sense. Yes. Okay, that
So
makes
it's
sense.
weight bearing. It's weight bearing. And what's happening in the case, I did an article on this for Bottom Line Health. I could literally send you the article about how to prevent bunions and to stop it from ever reoccurring, is the fact that you have 5 balls of the feet to weight bear on. And when your hip muscle weakens, which is exactly what you're telling me, which I did not even know, but that's why we're going to do hip abduction, you don't weight bear through the midline of your foot anymore. You weight bear through the inside of the foot because you're falling to the other leg when that comes off the floor. So as a result, you end up not weight bearing like this, you're weight bearing like this. And as a result of that, instead of having 5 bones of surface area to absorb your body weight, you have 1 bone absorbing it. And the brain is getting signals back from that bone saying, excuse me, you're going to fracture very, very shortly if you just keep doing that. So I need to respond. And the way I respond is to grow excess bone in that area to absorb, to increase the surface area by which you're weight bearing on that one location. So if I simply increase your glute med strength and get you to weight bear through all 5 balls of the foot, there is no reason for the brain to sense increased tension on the first ball of the foot, and it stops the growth.
Brilliant. I'm going to have my daughter book an appointment with you.
Yeah.
Because we have similarly the same body.
Mm-hmm.
She has that little bit of a,
Anterior tilt,
Yeah. And she's so miserable right now because she is athletic and she's lost everything and she's mad.
and the medical process, by definition, sends it to somebody that is not in a position to identify all potential causes and therefore only directs you to the cause they know, which is structural.
I know, we talk about medical all the time. It's set up to fail.
Correct.
We need people like you.
Correct.
Before you go to the doctor, before
Correct.
you go to an orthopedic, they should be seeing you.
So what's happening is there's a movement in the insurance area. It's called ACOs, Affordable Care Organizations. And what's happening is the medical system, the insurance companies have already recognized this failure. So what they're looking for are organizations that have completely alternative mechanisms to address symptoms. And what happens is they're going to give the organization a block amount of money to treat individuals. At the end of the year, they're going to look at the statistics on how many times the person's been treated, if the costs are reduced due to the average. And if they are, you get a bonus. And the bonus is in the millions. It's in the millions. So I have a guy that I did a podcast with in Corpus Christi, Texas, who's a primary care physician who specializes in using supplements and other types of natural means to resolve type 2 diabetes. He was just asked to join an ACO of 50 to 60 primary care physicians. He is on the decision board because he has this unique approach. So they put him to the top of the pecking order because he's already in a path to get them this bonus money. He wants to speak to them about making the YAS method the primary mechanism for diagnosing and treating pain so that you cannot go to a chiropractor, a physical therapist, can't get medication, can't get an x-ray, can't get an MRI until you're treated by a YAS practitioner.
I think, and that's a conversation I had with my DO, that makes to me 100% sense.
So if that happens and I pull this off, this will spread like wildfire.
Wildfire,
And
yeah.
every ACO is going to want this implemented. Because
That's right.
there's no aspect of medical that is more financially involved than pain. Pain is king.
And I will take your classes.
No, that's get you certified.
Yes, I want to be certified. Okay,
All right, last set.
okay.
Get the shit out of this one. Come on, you're doing awesome. Up, drop the camera a second. Sorry. Can you drop the camera? Somehow I can't see
Oh,
it.
I'm so sorry.
I think it went up. There you go.
I did. Okay,
Yeah. That's perfect.
okay, so. Okay. Out.
Great. Just perfect form.
Thank you.
Last one. That's it. Okay. So that's the primary exercises to alter your arch. So if you want, go back to the chair that was bothering when you sat on it, and now go try to sit on it and see if it feels different.
Okay, well, they all hurt, so.
Oh, okay, just pick any chair now.
It's not as painful. And you know what? Okay, so I lean back, yeah, it still hurts. But when I was sitting like this initially, it would hurt. I'm going back and I'm feeling it. Right there. Bink.
I can't point, put the camera down so I can see.
Gotcha. I don't want to be obscene, but it hurts right in that area.
Yeah.
Right below, yeah. Right on the crack.
Yep.
A little lower.
Yep.
On one side. It's more on my left side.
But it feels better now.
It does. It
Yeah.
feels calmer. It feels
Yeah.
calmer. Like I feel like the nerves were being smacked, you know?
So just imagine if you're sitting in an improper, if that bone is sticking out, it's got to obviously still be inside your skin.
Right.
So you're compressing the skin with that sticking out, and that's going to irritate all the nerves in the skin that it's pressing on. So I think that as you do this, you're going to like I told you. So hold on a second. Let me get my camera. Okay, let's take a picture of you from the side. Push it down, yep.
Okay. There you go. Can you see me?
Yeah, there you go. Okay, good. Turn like 3 or 4, yeah, right there, up too much, right there. Okay. Let's see. Okay, this is it's not going to be good because the first one you didn't have a shirt on, and now you have a shirt. So
here, I could do this. I have a.
You don't mind? Yeah, just have the sports bra thing.
Okay, so here, I'm going to try to stand in the same spot.
Let me delete this one.
Can you see me here?
Yeah, okay, hang on. Let me get a picture.
Lower. You need it lower?
Yeah, it has to be a little bit lower down. I got to be able to see a little bit more of your thought.
Okay, how's that?
That should do it. Okay. Now let's see.
This girl. Okay.
Let's well, I mean, so here's the first one.
Okay.
I think it's this way, right? No, the other way.
No, the other way.
That's the first way. Come back to it. There it is.
Okay. That's the first one. Oh, yeah. I see an ever so slight, but there
Yep.
is something. Yeah, I
So-
need to lose some weight.
Unfortunately, I don't have your shoulder, but it looks like your body mass is in front of your thigh, where now you're more stacked over your thigh.
Yes,
So all of this is running this way.
rather
Where
than,
here, you
Where
can
it
see
was
this
like
whole
this.
thing is in front of that line.
yeah, I see that. I see how it's almost angled.
You're now more stacked the way
Yeah.
it's supposed to be.
I get it. I totally get it. Yep. It does look like a straight
And you
line.
kind of, this is sticking out more
Yeah,
compared to that one. You're definitely much more vertical right here.
yes.
And you can see, like here, it looks like your butt is sticking out extreme. And here, it doesn't look it. It looks
It
more
doesn't. That's
proportionate
what I
to
was
your body.
noticing. I did notice that. I was like, my butt looks different. It doesn't look so gigantic.
Here, it looks very pronounced,
Yes.
and here it looks more natural, the equivalent.
Yeah, it looks like I had a Brazilian butt.
Yeah,
lift or
exactly.
Something.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if you
'cause
kind of look at, this is the angle we're trying to look
Right.
at.
And the other one is straighter.
And it's extreme, and this is much, much more subtle.
Yes. Wow.
Much, much more subtle.
Oh my God. I'm chunky.
It's a nice difference. There's definitely a nice difference there. Okay, so let me just show you hip abduction quickly, and
Okay.
now I'm gonna have to show you inversion for the ankle.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna put both feet in the band, standing straight up. It's at ankle height. So what we're doing is, I'm gonna turn the foot I'm moving, turn it in slightly so the toes are touching, but so I'm gonna lead out with my heel.
Oh, I see. Yes.
So
Okay.
what I'm doing is, I'm just moving the foot out until the outer portion of the ankle meets the outer portion of my hip. So none of this crazy
Oh.
resistance shit. It's
Right,
tiny.
right.
It's only about 3 or 4 inches. Put my foot down, shift all my weight onto that foot, and then come back. Out, down, shift over, back. Out, down, shift over, back. Out, down, shift over, back. And if I start doing it in the right spot, I'm gonna feel it right here. That's my.
Oh, okay.
That's the muscle that's responsible for when I'm single leg standing,
Oh,
that
tell
keeps
me.
my pelvis level. So when the glute med is strong, my pelvis is level. When it's weak, this starts to drop. And I feel myself start to weight bear on the inside of my foot. That's what eventually collapses the arch.
Oh. Oh, I see. Look, I'm bobbling a little bit. Ready? Ready?
Now bend your left knee 3 times.
My left knee.
And look how your knee caves in.
Yeah.
Now, as it caves in, look at your foot and look what that does to your foot.
It's going, yeah, it's shifting in. It's like,
That's right.
yeah.
There's your collapse of your arch.
Oh, snap.
That's why you ended up with a bungee.
Got it.
So this is what I keep trying to teach people. Bunions are not the cause. Bunions are the symptom of a weak glute med, allowing your center of mass to go from the midline of the foot to the inside of the foot. Balance is not an entity. Balance is the byproduct of the neurological inputs that occur at the semicircular canals of the ear and the response to those that tell muscles to contract to correct balance. So you don't have a problem with balance. You either have a problem with the neurological input at the semicircular canals or weakness of muscles.
Weakness
You
of
don't
muscle.
fix balance, you fix muscle weaknesses or neurological inputs. You don't fix posture. Posture is not an entity. Posture is the culmination of the pulls of muscles. So you don't fix posture, you fix muscle weakness or imbalance, and posture corrects based on it. So stop telling people to fix bones, to fix posture, and to fix balance. You're fucking jerking people off. You're wasting people's time.
Yeah, right.
Get to the cause. Get to the cause. Get to the cause. That's what people demand. That's what they're entitled to. That's what you should give them.
100%.
And obviously, you can see it doesn't take much to get me very angry. And it's because I've dealt with enough suicidal people to realize that this isn't a game. It's not a joke. It's people's lives at stake. And because the system is fee for service, every one of these assholes continues to get paid without outcome being a factor. So if I get paid, whether you get better or not, what do I give a shit if you get better?
Right, right. Okay. So
I, on the other hand, have extreme morals and values. And if you don't get better, that is a reflection on either my ability to diagnose you or my ability to teach you the application.
Right.
And I don't take to that kindly.
Would you like me to use
No, I think you should use one of the other bands. That's too long. You know the band you have on the stairs?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one of those.
Okay.
Yep. So make a knot, make a loop.
My loop is small.
Yeah, but you don't have to have a lot of them there.
Can you see me? There we go.
You're gonna have to drop this one all the way down. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Perfect. And you need a chair or something to hold on to.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I knew I need something to go.
There you go. Perfect.
Hey, look, it matches my band. Okay. Can you see what I'm doing?
Okay, yep, perfect. There you go.
Okay.
Feet together, turn the left foot to 1 o'clock. Toes should be touching to start. Get them right next to good. Now you're gonna move that left foot out about 3 inches. Put it down, drop it down, reach over, that's it, and go back. Good. That's it. Over, yep, and back. Just like that, it's perfect.
That little movement is like, hello.
It's not so easy, and it's pure isolation.
Ow.
6.
Wow.
7.
Chihuahua.
8. 2 more. 9.
Oh.
1 more. 10. Good. Take your foot out, relax.
Oh my goodness, this one hurt.
You feel it on, that's it right there.
Yeah.
So now you see how weak you are there.
Yes.
And now you can understand the correlation between that and starting to get pain at the first ball of the foot.
Huh. So interesting. Yeah.
This is extremely in-depth shit. There is no curriculum that talks about this. This is me.
No, even, when I took massage, they went all over, anatomy, but they just went over the bigger muscles, not the intricate muscles and all this stuff. And if, they set you up to either pay for more classes.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what a waste of time instead of giving you as much information and help you, like, because like I when I try to work on my sister, I sort of go in areas, but I feel like I don't know enough.
Oh yeah.
To, you know what I mean? And
absolutely.
I just try to loosen up whatever I can loosen up on her so that she feels some sort of relief.
So I'm very lucky because I have a gift of three-dimensional view. So like when I'm actually, like if I see the body, I see it as if there's no skin.
That's amazing.
I literally can see the exact picture of it.
That's amazing.
So I know where every muscle starts, every muscle ends. I can differentiate any muscle through palpation.
I'm telling you, you really need to do those certifications.
Yeah, well, I think
what are you?
I've been floundering for a decade, but now all of a sudden I seem to have absolute clarity on what I'm trying to accomplish, and it's about to explode. And I always tell everybody that partly what happened was the reason that I floundered was I needed all ego beaten out of me so that I'm 100% humble and simply a servant to a higher power, so that when this thing does explode, that I'm not caught up by the earthly issues that humans have. I don't have to become obsessed with money or power. It has nothing to do with that. I'm just a conduit now. And I think that that's why I was forced to go through what I went through. And so I just live on a daily basis as a servant to a higher power. I'm just a humble person, a conduit. And I think that's what had to happen to now allow this thing to go. And that's why I think it's about to explode.
Right, because you're in the right headspace. You're in the right all space, actually.
People are entitled to this, man. Straight out, no question.
Yeah.
Everyone has the right to be out of pain. Very nice. One more. Good, that's 10. Rest.
Woo. Yeah, woohoo.
All right, take a rest. We're gonna just try and do 2 on each side now because I still gotta show you another exercise. And we're going on. This is gonna be a 45 minutes over.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
Oh my God.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. Take a rest.
And I do the other side, right?
Yeah, don't rush. You get rushed, you get hurt. We don't need to rush. I have to work on one of my friend's big issues. I have to work on my time management stuff. I can talk about this for 3 days straight, 5 days straight, 3 weeks straight. It doesn't matter. So he's like, you got it. It's great that you want to help people, but you want to help more people. And that means you have to keep to a timing so that more people are available to you. It's probably my biggest downfall right now. But that's okay. I'm working on it.
Working on it. That's exactly what I was going to say. You're working on it.
Here we go.
Okay.
Get those feet together. Yep.
Okay. Toes.
Like that. That's perfect.
Okay.
It's good. Good technique. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Rest. How's it feel?
Woo.
That time you felt it right there?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Take a rest. By the way, it says George. Who's George? Your husband or?
Me.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
How was it George?
Well, my dad named me George, and I just kept it, you know.
Whose name is George?
No, my father wanted a boy, I suppose, and he just always called me George.
No way.
Yeah, so my sister called me George growing up, and then like when I was in school, I was called Gloria. So I would know, I suppose.
But what on your birth certificate? What is it? Don't tell me on your birth certificate it says George, does it?
No, it says Gloria Lazic, but
Oh.
everything else says Gloria George Lazic.
Wow.
Because my father, like I said, never ever called me Gloria, and my family members never called me that. My mom once in a while would. I had more nicknames, but as I got older and I got out of school, I started working for my sister, and she would introduce me as George.
Wow.
And I felt like it worked for me because I was so small, and people like never, they just always overlooked me. But because my name was George,
Oh my God.
it kept them, you know, like sort of
That's
focused on me.
cool. That's
So
pretty cool.
It helped me. It helped me like as an adult.
That's really
Yeah,
cool.
so I keep it, you know.
So I met this, I'm doing a session with a woman, and she says, my husband's going to help me. This is Kim. So I said, what? He said, this is Kim. And I said, what'd you say his name is? Did I misunderstand you? And he says, it's Kim. And I said, you mean the girl's name? And he said, yup. And he said the same exact thing. My parents and his name on the birth certificate is Kim. Isn't that wild? K-I-M.
Well, my daughter is Kyle.
Wow. Wow.
I had to do it. I had to do it.
That's cool.
I had to.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I like, though, that you somehow used it in a positive fashion as an adult, and it gave you confidence. That's very cool.
It did. It really did.
I like that. That's awesome. Yeah, good. Now, just go try walking around and see how that feels. And you're going to feel like when you weight bear on each leg, it's going to feel like it's more stable.
See, it feels lighter.
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm a little bit walking on air, like
Yeah.
It's not so heavy.
Because that muscle is contracting better, and as a result, it's pulling the pelvis up on the other side, giving you balance. Well, if you have balance, then you're not fighting the fact that you're trying to be pulled to the other side. So it feels easier and lighter.
Yeah, it feels lighter. That's so interesting.
Isn't that wild?
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Cool shit.
So,
All right.
yeah,
let me
it's
show
cool
you.
shit.
Now I'm going to just show you the thing for your ankle, for your arch.
Okay.
Okay. Let me just throw this out. Okay. So this is going to be for the arch, and it's in the same location. We're going to be facing perpendicular to the door. You're putting it on the instep.
Okay.
Okay. We want a straight line, a plane between the hip, the knee, and the ankle that we're all in the same plane. Okay, my heel's directly under my knee. My foot starts just outside my shin. Now watch how small this is. It's a windshield wiper movement.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Very small. And if you notice, see, my knee isn't moving at all. It's zero.
right,
It's
okay.
just moving around the ankle. And the pulling in is primarily being done by the posterior tibialis muscle. So you'll get a shitload of burning right here if you're doing your crunch.
Okay,
All right?
all right, let's
Try to
try
set
it.
that up now.
So. Can you see me?
Yep, perfect. So that knee is moving dramatically in as you're doing it. Your knee is moving in completely as you do it. Take your left hand, put it on the inside of the right knee. Now, as that foot comes in, don't let that knee come in, push out. There, you just did it. That's it, you just did it.
Oh, yeah, I feel it on the, yeah, I see it.
There you go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest.
Wow, yes, ouch, yes.
So you want to feel that not on that side, you want to feel it on the inside, right where you know, the other side.
It's
Right
fine.
there.
I'm feeling
That's
it
the
over
muscle.
here.
The reason you're feeling it there is because you have been weight bearing on the first ball of the foot for so long that the outside of the foot has risen off the floor. There's the same muscle on the inside. There's one on the outside called the peroneus muscle. You are severely stretching now your peroneus muscle. What's that?
I said, look at that.
Yeah. So take a rest and then you'll feel the difference when you stand. It's a massive difference in weight bearing. You're suddenly going to feel like you're weight bearing through all 4, 5 balls of the feet. It's a very bizarre feeling. So I had a guy that was told he needed a complete reconstruction of his ankle. I've never, ever seen this before. His arch had collapsed to where he was weight bearing almost on the metatarsal, not the metatarsal, but the head of the tibia, literally the inner of the malleolus, the inner portion of his ankle. Literally, he was almost weight bearing on that bone.
What?
He had completely collapsed. It was amazing. I'd never seen this before. And if you said push off your toes, he couldn't. The reason is because his center of mass was inside the line of his foot, so he couldn't push his mass up by pushing through his foot. I massaged out all the muscles, literally was able to realign it, literally realign his tibia and everything so it was over his foot, and he was able to stand up and literally toe up. We strengthened the inside muscles by doing this exercise. He was able to walk, toeing off perfectly, done. Never got the surgery.
Without the surgery.
That's how extreme this can get. So you talk about your bunion, that's nothing in compared to the entire ankle collapsing inside the foot. I never saw anything like it before. It was the most remarkable thing I've seen.
Wow. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Windshield wipers.
There you go.
Line.
Yep. Jam that heel down onto the floor so that you're literally pivoting around it. Don't let that, that's it. But now don't let your knee move. So you're creating a counter force with your hand. As the foot comes in, you counter it by pushing out on the knee. And that gives you, that stabilizes the tibia, the lower leg bone, and allows the posterior tib to pull off of it. That's it. There you go.
Wow.
Not so easy to do.
No.
It's because you're so weak. One more. 10. Rest. Stop. That's 10. See how hard that is for you? It ain't easy.
No.
Did you start to feel that on the inside of the shin at all? For some reason, we keep losing the volume. I'm not sure what happens.
No, I'm
There you go.
feeling.
Now I got you.
on
I
this-
got you.
Oh, I'm feeling it on the side. Still on the outer part of the,
All right. Just turn around. Let's try the other leg and see what happens.
okay.
When you did the hip abduction, did you feel it was harder on the right or the left? The side step one.
I felt it more on this side.
You felt it more on that side? Okay.
Yeah,
All right, let's
this
see what
side.
happens then.
Yeah, this side wasn't as much.
Okay. Let's see if you feel it on the inside with this one.
Okay. Can you see it?
Yeah. Yep.
You can see it?
You're okay. Don't worry about that. Ten. Good.
Yeah, you know, I'm not feeling it on this side. I'm not really feeling it on either side.
You're not feeling it on either side. All right, move the chair out a little bit more and see if you need a little more resistance now. Let's see what happens. Just take a
Okay.
break a second.
Okay. And I'm gonna move you this way. So you can really see. What did I do? What happened?
What? What
What
happened?
did I do? I don't know. I lost you.
Oh,
I hear you.
yeah, you just something with the view, maybe.
Oh,
You accidentally.
Hold on. Here's my Zoom. Maybe it's there. Nope, that's not it.
There's
crap.
something in the corner.
Here,
It should
got
say View. You got it?
Yep, here we go. Okay.
You gotta just push it down so I can see your foot.
Push it
Sorry.
down.
There you go. Perfect.
Right.
All right, try
Okay.
another set now. Let's see.
All right. Okay. So. Oh, that's too much. Okay.
Now, you see, you're doing primarily rotation of the hip.
Oh, okay.
Take the
Yeah.
band off a second. Now just do the motion. Show me the motion. Still, look at that. Even with that, you are so weak in your posterior tibialis. Without resistance, you still do hip rotation. You believe that shit?
Yeah, I'm like,
That
I'm
is
feeling it
freaking
already.
amazing. And
I'm
then you
feeling
wonder
it.
why you got a bunionectomy. Wow, you did lose strength in this. Oh my God, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It's
No.
just that it's an unbelievable acknowledgement of what's
I feel
happening.
like I feel like if I turn my foot, my toes come up. Like I
Yeah,
can't.
it's okay if they come up. Don't worry about
Oh.
that. There you go. That's it. Just like that.
I'm pushing on my knee too.
Yeah, that's better. So you see now how you're doing that just at the ankle?
Yeah.
Now try to do that with the resistance. Wow. That's better.
Yeah.
There you go. Still a little with the knee. Come on, hold that off. Just turn that foot on. Yep. 6, 7. That's looking a little better. 8, 9. That looks good. One more. 10. Good. Stop. How does that?
Exhausting. It was more
Yeah.
exhausting than everything else I did.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt on the side as much as it did here. There's still a little, I don't know.
Try standing and walking now and tell me, does it feel like you're weight bearing on your feet differently? You should suddenly feel like you're getting some weight on your, even on the pinky side of the foot.
I'm almost feeling like I have weight on my, I don't even know. Like I don't feel like I have weight on anything. It's like so almost even.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm almost feeling like my heels are involved.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't.
That's also because your center of mass is back now.
Right. So I feel like I'm even when I'm
Yeah.
walking. And
Yeah.
that's weird. I mean, that's weird.
So now just face me, stand there. Take your right foot off the floor. Bend your left knee 3 times.
Shoot, look, I'm falling over.
Now try to fight that from caving in. It's not caving in quite as much, but bend the knee now. Up and down 3 times. Now you got it. There you go. See, now look what's happening. Now look how you're being able to do that, and your knee is staying over the middle of your foot.
Oh, it
It's
does?
not
I feel like
caving.
it's going in. It's not going in?
It's not going in.
Oh, really? And I'm feeling the pain in my butt over here on the side.
You notice you're not caving. Your inside of your foot isn't caving in.
Oh, the inside of my foot. Yes, right. That's true. But I feel like my knee is going this way. See? Is it supposed
I mean,
to?
it's only going in the sense of it's not going in the sense that the knee is crossing to the inside of your foot. It's just going in a little bit because of the angle of your hip joint. But it'll be made better, but still, it's not as bad as it was, substantially
Right.
better.
I totally feel better.
Yeah. I think it's much better. All right.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
now you've got all your exercises. You're going to do this 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday,
Oh.
Saturday. Right? Only 3 times a week because you're actually breaking down muscle. The next 24 to 48 hours after is the inflammatory response. That's when the muscle heals. You never strengthen during the healing phase. So it's just those 5 exercises, 3 sets of 10 repetitions with a minute rest in between each set. The goal is to progress the resistance as often as possible whenever you think you can. You find a position with a resistance, get an exertional level of 8, stay with that position until it goes down to a 5, which means you can do 15 or 16, then move away from the attachment point, 2 to 3 inches. That's going to bring the exertional level back up to 8. You stay with that until it goes down to a 5, move away again. That's how you progress your resistance. Eventually, you can use thicker bands, whatever. But that's how you're going to make yourself stronger and correct this issue.
Thank you.
Okay?
And so can I walk? I mean,
Do anything you want. Don't worry about it. That's just activity. Walking and all that shit had nothing to do with your problem.
okay.
It's a postural variation due to an imbalance between your quads and your hip flexors versus your hamstring and butt muscle. And you now have the tools to correct that imbalance. So
Thank
you'll
you.
correct your posture. You'll correct the place you're sitting in. Mobility will be increased in terms of your weight bearing on your feet. You're strengthening your glute med and your anterior and posterior tibialis muscles. Your weight bear through the middle line of your foot. So your entire way of functioning will be more efficient.
Perfect.
And then what should happen is that in 4 weeks, you'll get a email which says you can make 2 weeks, an email to follow up. And so if you want, you do a follow-up session in 2 to 4 weeks just to make sure everything's going right. I'll check it, make sure you're doing everything correctly, make sure you're using good resistance and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Otherwise,
if
I might
you-
see you in Florida.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, but if you end up there, then you don't have to worry.
Okay.
I think she
perfect.
talked about doing it the last week in June is what she was talking about.
She did, right?
I think the
20th?
27th through like the 30th or something like that.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, I can't do that. I start work on the 28th.
Oh, okay.
So let me see if she might want to work with me.
Yeah.
I'll ask her. All
Okay.
right. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
You got a sense now there's a reason behind it, and it's not arbitrary. You don't just keep going to people and them giving you treatments for the sake of treatment. It's purposeful. Everything is supposed to be purposeful. You establish cause, resolve cause. That's what this has to be about. Now you understand your cause. It's clear and irrefutable. And you have the ability to control it. You're going to make this better, and it's over. You're never going to worry again.
Thank you.
And then you come down, we'll have a drink
All
to
right.
celebrate.
Sounds good to me.
All
Okay.
right?
All right. So do I have to Venmo you more for this extra?
No, don't worry about it. I don't give a shit. That's just me. I can't help myself, unfortunately. That has nothing to do with you.
Me too.
So tomorrow you'll get a email from WeTransfer, and it's going to have this link. Right click on the link. It'll say save as. Save it to your hard drive so you have it on there.
Oh, okay.
And that's
great.
what you get to watch. And so if anyone says, "What's this guy doing? What is he saying?" All right, here's the video. Watch it. Or,
Right. And I could remember. Yeah.
And the vid, yeah,
Okay.
you want to, and then before you do your exercises, you want to look at this video and listen to all the nuance that I gave you.
Sure.
right?
Yes,
All right?
thank you.
You have any problems before, whatever, just email me.
Okay, thank you so much. Have
All right,
a
my dear.
great day.
You too.
All right, hopefully
speak
see you
soon.
soon. Okay, bye.